If you're a die-hard Browns fan and love breaking down the game like we do, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a blitz. The Cleveland Browns offseason has been buzzing with one name in particular, SHEDUER Sanders. The young quarterback has dominated headlines during team workouts, capturing the attention of fans and analysts alike. It's no surprise his pedigree and talent generate excitement wherever he goes. Sanders, the son of NFL legend Deion Sanders, came into the league with high expectations, and Cleveland made a bold move to secure him by trading up in the draft. However, despite the hype, there remains a cloud of uncertainty hanging over his future with the Browns. Could the Browns actually consider trading Sanders at first glance? It sounds unthinkable given his talent and potential, but the NFL is a business, and quarterback situations can shift quickly. This story is far from straightforward, so let's dig into the realities behind the speculation. Despite being regarded as a potential first-round talent, Sanders slipped all the way to the 5th round, allowing the Browns to snatch him up with a trade. This fact alone speaks volumes about the unpredictable nature of the draft and how teams value players differently. What complicates matters for Sanders is that the Browns had already drafted another quarterback earlier in the 3rd round, Oregon's Dillon Gabriel. This means Cleveland entered the offseason with not one, but two promising young QBs competing for the spotlight. Add to that veteran quarterbacks Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett, and suddenly the Browns' quarterback room is crowded for quarterbacks battling for essentially one starting job. The odds are stacked for at least one to be on the trading block before the season kicks off. The question then becomes, who is the odd man out? While rumors swirl and fans debate, the logical answer is that SHEDUER Sanders is probably safe for now. Cleveland's front office likely won't let go of a player with his upside so early in his career, especially after investing a trade to acquire him. Instead, it's more plausible that one of the veterans, Flacco or Pickett, could be moved to clear space. Dillon Gabriel's fate is less clear, as he's still a young player but has yet to showcase the same immediate potential as Sanders. The Browns have several options, but the team's commitment to building around Sanders seems genuine, making him the least likely to be traded. Sanders' talents are undeniable. At 23 years old, he showed exceptional skills during his college career, particularly in his final season at Colorado. Completing 74% of his passes and throwing 37 touchdowns is no small feat. He actually led the nation in completion percentage, showcasing accuracy and decision-making ability that many scouts drooled over. While he's not the most mobile quarterback, his arm strength and precision cannot be questioned. For a franchise searching for a quarterback with potential to lead, Sanders ticks a lot of boxes. His raw ability combined with his football IQ could make him a cornerstone of the Browns' offense for years to come. Of course, raw talent alone doesn't guarantee success in the NFL. The Browns have some work to do in terms of surrounding Sanders with the right weapons. Their receiving corps outside of Jerry Jeudy is relatively thin, which could stunt Sanders' development if not addressed. Putting a young quarterback into a lackluster supporting cast can be a recipe for disaster. The Browns need to invest in offensive line improvements, skill position players, and possibly a new coaching approach to maximize what Sanders can offer. Until that happens, it might be premature to throw him into the fire as the unquestioned starter on day one. The Browns' quarterback situation reflects a classic NFL dilemma, balancing talent, potential, and immediate readiness. Flacco and Pickett bring veteran experience and developmental upside, but neither has shown enough to lock down the starting job long-term. Gabriel and Sanders represent youth and promise, but only one can realistically start. This creates a high-stakes competition that could culminate in a trade or roster shakeup. While some fans may expect the Browns to cut ties with Sanders, the smart money is on them giving him a real shot, especially given the investment and the fanfare his name carries. In the end, the Browns' handling of Sanders will send a message about their future direction. Do they commit to building around him and shaping the offense to his strengths? Or do they hedge their bets and keep rotating through quarterbacks looking for a better fit? Given the quarterback carousel Cleveland has seen in recent years, many fans crave stability. Sanders, with his skill set and bloodline, offers a tantalizing path to that stability if nurtured correctly. Moving him now would be a risky proposition that might send the wrong message about the Browns' confidence in their draft strategy and development plan. Of course, trades can happen unexpectedly in the NFL, often driven by the right deal coming along. If the Browns receive an offer for Sanders that they simply can't refuse, it could force their hand. But as it stands, No credible reports have hinted at serious trade talks involving him. The Browns appear content to keep him in the mix, developing him quietly while assessing how the rest of the roster shapes up. Patience will likely be the key ingredient in this process, as rushing Sanders into a starting role without adequate support could backfire for everyone involved. Looking ahead, the Cleveland Browns quarterback saga remains one of the most intriguing storylines in the NFL. SHEDUER Sanders embodies potential and hope for the franchise, but also uncertainty given the crowded quarterback room, while the speculation about trading him makes for good headlines. Reality suggests that Cleveland's best path is to nurture this promising young talent and build around him carefully. For fans and analysts watching closely, the coming months will reveal how the Browns front office balances ambition, talent, and pragmatism in shaping their future at the most important position on the field. In conclusion, while the idea of the Browns trading SHEDUER Sanders makes for a fascinating topic, it's highly unlikely to come to fruition anytime soon. The Browns drafted him with clear intent, and despite the crowded quarterback room, he stands out as a key piece for the franchise moving forward. Cleveland's real challenge will be surrounding him with the right pieces and giving him the time and opportunity to grow into the franchise quarterback they hope he can be. For now, Browns fans should prepare to see Sanders take the field and prove why he was worth the gamble. The quarterback battle will be fierce, but the future looks bright with SHEDUER leading the charge. Enjoying the content so far? Smash that like button and drop your take in the comments. We want to hear what you think about the Browns this season. All right, folks, buckle up because the NFL world might be heating up in Cleveland in a way we didn't see coming. There's been some serious chatter swirling around the Browns locker room after a tense moment involving Myles Garrett, the team's star defensive end. Word on the street is that Garrett, known for his fiery passion on the field, lost his patience and fired off a pretty direct message aimed at SHEDUER Sanders. The Browns' young quarterback and son of NFL legend Deion Sanders, the rumor mill, is buzzing that Garrett bluntly told SHEDUER he doesn't like him, and that's raising eyebrows everywhere. Now, this isn't just some casual locker room banner that gets forgotten by game day. Myles Garrett is a cornerstone of the Browns' defense, a player who commands respect across the league. For him to openly express dislike for a teammate, especially a promising young QB like SHEDUER, could shake the team's dynamics big time. The Browns are trying to build a cohesive unit, and any internal friction like this could throw a wrench into their plans. Sources close to the team suggest the tension may stem from differing personalities or even competition for leadership roles within the squad. Garrett, with his veteran status and high-profile presence, is no stranger to being the alpha in the room. SHEDUER, on the other hand, is still carving out his space, eager to prove himself. Some insiders speculate Garrett might see SHEDUER as too cocky or unproven, which could explain his blunt dismissal, adding fuel to the fire. Some fans and analysts are wondering if this clash is just the tip of the iceberg. The Browns have been under pressure to turn their roster talent into real wins, and any public fallout between players doesn't help the team's narrative. Could this be a warning sign of deeper issues behind the scenes, or just a moment of frustration blown out of proportion? The speculation is running wild. Interestingly, SHEDUER Sanders has remained mostly silent about the whole thing, focusing on his development and performance. But you can bet that tensions like this don't stay hidden for long in a high-stakes environment. Like the NFL, teammates, coaches, and management all have to find a way to either squash these sparks or risk a bigger fire that could derail the season. There's also talk that coaches are scrambling behind closed doors to manage the situation delicately. Garrett's attitude and motivation are crucial for the Browns' defensive success, while SHEDUER's growth at quarterback is seen as key to the offense's future. Balancing these competing interests without causing a rift is no small task. Could we see some tough conversations or even a shakeup if things don't cool down? Social media has been ablaze, with fans taking sides and stirring the pot even further. Some are defending Garrett, pointing out his track record and leadership role, while others are rallying behind SHEDUER, the new face of the franchise's hopes. This kind of polarized fan reaction can add another layer of pressure on both players, amplifying the rumors and uncertainty surrounding the team's internal climate. If this rumor proves true, it raises big questions about how the Browns handle player relations and leadership conflicts moving forward. Will Garrett and SHEDUER find common ground, or will this create a divide that affects team chemistry? Coaches often preach unity, but sometimes real issues bubble to the surface and can't be ignored. The Browns locker room could be a story to watch all season long from a broader perspective. This situation highlights the challenges of mixing veteran stars with young talent, especially when egos and expectations collide. Garrett's established reputation meets SHEDUER's fresh ambition in what could be a classic power struggle. How the Browns navigate this could set the tone for how other NFL teams deal with similar dynamics in the future. One thing is for sure: Cleveland fans and NFL observers won't be able to look away. The drama, if it escalates, could turn into one of the league's most talked about stories. Whether it's just a heated moment or the start of a bigger conflict, the Browns have a tricky path ahead. For now, all eyes are on Garrett and SHEDUER, waiting to see if this storm will pass or explode into something much bigger. Thanks for riding with us on another Browns Blitz. If you liked the video, share it with a fellow fan, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you're always part of the Dawg Pound conversation. Go Browns!